Seattle University Alternative Program for Teachers is facing a lot of barriers in placing its students into viable student teaching positions. Among them is the fact that this program is dependent upon and embedded in the surrounding K-12 system, which is also experiencing a lot of problems. If any plan is going to be successful, it needs to be mutually beneficial for the alternative program candidates, Seattle University itself, the Seattle Public School System, and the student, parents, and principals at these schools. The student teacher candidates from Seattle University program have no vehicle to find a student teaching placement. They are often left to find these positions on their own, and if they are not already working for a school district, for example, as a paraprofessional, this is really challenging. Furthermore, the alternative program at Seattle University presents itself for working professionals. However, these accommodations for working professionals do not extend to the student teaching experience. For these professionals to complete the requisite student teaching requirements, they need to quit their job and take an unpaid internship to graduate. Especially during the pandemic, the school system is experiencing record teacher shortages. The clear solution is to use the Seattle University student teacher candidates to fill these open vacancies and pay them a moderate salary for their student teaching internship experience. This may sound impractical or idealistic, but there are specific structural and procedural shifts that the program could make to achieve this and make it a reality. First, we need to have a new Title I training focus within our teacher preparation program. Because the vacancies are primarily at Title I schools, our candidates need extra training in this area. Many of the candidates already feel passionate about working in these schools or come from low-income schools themselves, making this a great fit. To make this a legal process, we need to get our teachers emergency substitute licensure. Emergency licensure is a process that is already being used by all kinds of people to be short and long-term substitutes within the public school system. All you need to apply is a bachelor's degree, which by the nature of our program, all of our student teaching candidates already have, and the nomination of a school district. Seattle University needs to collaborate with Seattle Public Schools, giving the school system the names of upcoming teacher candidates. Seattle Public Schools needs to nominate these candidates to the Washington Board of Education. The Washington Board of Education can then give these candidates an emergency substitute license, which allow them to teach on a substitute salary for the length of time required for their student teaching. All of this needs to happen in the spring so that our candidates are ready to start fresh with their students in the fall. The next piece in the puzzle is that we need to put the student teacher candidates into classrooms that have vacancies. Seattle Public School principals and the district as a whole need to offer positions that they think will be unfilled for the upcoming year, essentially volunteering into the program. When fall comes and the new school year begins, our teacher candidates are ready to begin the school year fresh with their new classroom and ready to teach their incoming students. Critics may wonder how having a student teacher take over a full-time teacher position is beneficial to the school, parents, and students. The teacher shortage is such right now that many schools are using non-teacher personnel or random assortment of substitute teachers to fill this gap. Those who are professional teachers have classrooms filled to the maximum to keep up with these shortages. We should still acknowledge, however, that there is a high turnover rate, especially for new teachers at Title I schools. Right now in our program, we have our professors doing limited coaching and evaluations of student teacher candidates in their roles. This is despite the fact that student teachers are still paying full tuition and not getting paid themselves. Those who are conducting this coaching are generally full-time teachers who are moonlighting as professors and are now doing coaching on top of this and don't have the time to give these student teachers what they need. Instead, we propose hiring retired teachers from the K-12 system to coach our student teachers, giving them their vast amounts of knowledge and support. This would help the retirees as well as the new teachers. With better coaching, emotional support, and pedagogical workshopping, these retiree coaches would hopefully decrease the Title I turnover rate of these new teachers. In the end, our student candidates finish up their student teaching time and apply for their Washington State license as normal. If their school principal is happy with their performance, they can then hire them as full-time teacher for the remainder of the school year. As you look through our proposal, consider this question: aren't our university and K-12 students worth it?